Have you ever looked into your aging parents' eyes and wondered, are they truly happy? I used to believe that a nursing home was the best choice. It seemed logical. Trained professionals would take care of them, and they wouldn't have to worry about daily chores. But then, reality hit. My parents looked distant, quieter than before. They were following a strict schedule, missing the freedom to enjoy simple things like morning coffee on their porch. And the cost? $10,000 a month. That is a fortune. I started questioning everything. There had to be a better way, right? And you know what? There is. Not just one, but 6 great alternatives that can keep them independent, cared for, and most importantly, happy. If you want to make the best decision for your loved ones, stay with me until the end of this video. This could truly change their lives. Let's be honest, when your parents start struggling with everyday tasks, what is the first thing that comes to mind? For me, I thought, well, I guess a nursing home is the only option. It seemed like the responsible thing to do. They would have medical staff on hand, daily meals, and someone to make sure they were okay. It sounded safe, structured, and reliable. But then I saw the reality. My parents lost control over their daily lives. Their meals, their wake-up times, even their activities were dictated by someone else. They no longer had the freedom to do simple things, like decide when they wanted to take a walk or cook their favorite meal. It was like watching them slowly lose the life they had built for themselves. And then there was the cost. $10,000 a month, sometimes more. That is more than most people pay for a mortgage. And for what? A place that for many seniors feels cold, unfamiliar, and lonely? That is when I started looking for better options. I knew there had to be a way to give my parents the care they needed, while still allowing them to feel independent and respected. And here is the good news. There is not just one solution, but 6. 6 alternatives that are more affordable, more personal, and most importantly, give our aging loved ones the dignity and happiness they deserve. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to make the best choice for your parents and your family. The first. Now, imagine this. Your parents wake up in their bed, in the home they have lived in for years. They step out onto their porch, drink their morning coffee, and wave at the neighbor they have known for decades. This is what in-home care makes possible. It allows seniors to receive the help they need while staying in a familiar, comfortable environment. Instead of moving to a nursing home where their entire world changes overnight, they can get the support they need while still living in a place that feels like home. For many seniors, losing their homes feels like losing their identity, the house where they raised their children, celebrated holidays, and built a lifetime of memories is not just a building, it is a part of who they are. That is why in-home care is such a powerful option. It assists with daily tasks like bathing, cooking, and transportation, but it does not take away their independence. It gives them control over their own schedule, their own choices, and their own life. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds great, but is it affordable? Here is the reality. The average cost of in-home care is about $120 per month. That is still a significant amount of money, but when you compare it to a nursing home, which can easily cost $10,000 or more, the savings are huge. Plus, with in-home care, you can customize the level of support based on what your loved one needs. Some families only need a caregiver a few hours a day, while others opt for full-time care. This flexibility makes it much more manageable financially. And here is another thing to consider. Studies show that seniors who stay in their own homes tend to be healthier, both physically and mentally. They are more active, more engaged, and less likely to suffer from depression compared to those in institutionalized care. One woman I spoke to shared her experience. Her father was struggling with mobility and basic tasks, and she was overwhelmed trying to balance caring for him with her own family and job. Moving him to a nursing home felt wrong, but she did not know what else to do. Then, she found an in-home care provider who worked with their schedule and budget. Her father could stay in his home, and she no longer had to carry all the stress alone. She told me that just seeing her dad smile in his favorite chair, watching his old movies, made everything worth it. But let me be honest, in-home care does come with challenges. If your loved one needs around-the-clock supervision, costs can rise quickly. Also, finding the right caregiver is crucial. You need someone reliable, compassionate, and skilled. Some families choose to hire caregivers through an agency, which can provide background checks and training. Others prefer hiring independently, which may be more affordable but requires more effort in vetting the caregiver. Either way, communication is key. Regular check-ins and setting clear expectations will make a huge difference. So, is in-home care the right choice for your family? If your parent values their independence and their home is still a safe place for them, this might be the best option. It keeps them connected to their memories, their community, and their routines, all while getting the help they need. Before assuming that a nursing home is the only answer, take a serious look at in-home care. It is a compassionate, flexible, and cost-effective way to ensure that your loved ones continue to live with dignity and happiness. The second, let's talk about assisted living. Maybe your parents do not need round-the-clock medical care, but they do need some help with daily tasks. They might not feel comfortable living alone anymore, but they still want to maintain their independence. That is exactly where assisted living comes in. It is a great middle ground option for seniors who want freedom but also need a little extra support. Picture this. Your mom or dad has their private apartment, decorated with their favorite furniture and personal touches. They have a small kitchenette, a cozy living area, and a private bathroom. It feels like home, but with an extra layer of security and convenience. Now, here is what makes assisted living different from a nursing home. Seniors still live independently. They can wake up when they want, have their meals prepared for them, and participate in activities they enjoy. But they also have access to caregivers who can assist with things like medication management, housekeeping, and personal care whenever needed. And the best part? There is always a sense of community. Instead of being isolated at home, they get to be part of a vibrant environment, with social activities, group outings, and shared meals. One of the biggest problems seniors face as they age is loneliness. When they live alone, they may not have many opportunities to engage with others. Assisted living changes that by providing daily chances for interaction and friendships. I remember a woman named Margaret who moved into an assisted living facility after her husband passed away. At first, she was hesitant. She had spent decades in her own home and did not want to leave it behind. But after just a few months, she told me it was the best decision she ever made. She made new friends, joined a book club, and even started attending yoga classes. She felt like she had a purpose again. That is the kind of experience that makes assisted living a great option for so many seniors. Now, let's talk numbers. The cost of assisted living is typically around $100 per month. Yes, it is still a significant expense, but it is usually much more affordable than a full-time nursing home, which can cost $10,000 or more each month. Plus, assisted living is flexible. Many communities offer different levels of care, so as seniors' needs change, their care plan can be adjusted. Maybe they only need minimal help now, but later on they might need more assistance. Assisted living allows them to age in place without having to go through another major transition later on. But like anything, assisted living is not for everyone. If a senior has serious medical conditions that require specialized care, a nursing home or in-home medical care might be a better option. It is important to evaluate their specific needs before making a decision. Another thing to consider is personal preference. Some seniors love the idea of a community atmosphere, while others prefer a quieter, more private setting. That is why touring different facilities, asking questions, and understanding what each place offers is so important. So, is assisted living the right choice for your family? If your parent wants to remain independent but needs some extra help, this could be the perfect solution. It provides security, companionship, and support while allowing them to keep their sense of freedom. Before making any decisions, take the time to explore different assisted living communities, talk to the staff, visit during meal times, and see what kind of activities they offer. A little research now can lead to a much better quality of life for your loved ones in the future. The third, let's talk about a choice that many families are considering: moving an aging parent in with family. This option has been around for generations, and in many cultures it is the most natural way to care for elderly loved ones. Now imagine this. Instead of your mom or dad being in a facility surrounded by strangers, they are sitting at the dinner table with family, sharing stories, laughing, and staying involved in everyday life. For many seniors, this is exactly what they need to feel loved, valued, and connected. Living with family can be a beautiful experience. It allows aging parents to remain close to their children and grandchildren, creating strong bonds and meaningful moments. They can participate in birthdays, holidays, and even the small joys of daily life, watching a grandchild take their first steps, or simply enjoying a home-cooked meal with their loved ones. These moments are priceless and cannot be replaced by any form of institutional care. Another major advantage? The cost. Compared to nursing homes or assisted living facilities, moving a parent into your home is often significantly cheaper. Instead of spending thousands of dollars each month on care, families can redirect those funds toward making the home more accessible, perhaps installing grab bars in the bathroom, a ramp for easy entry, or even hiring part-time help to assist with caregiving responsibilities. However, let's be real, this option, while rewarding, also comes with challenges. Caring for an elderly parent at home requires patience, adjustments, and a commitment from the entire household. Your routines will change, and depending on your parents' health, the level of care they need may increase over time. For some families, this can become overwhelming, especially if multiple generations are living under one roof. That is why setting boundaries and having clear communication is so important. If you are considering this option, sit down as a family and have an honest conversation. Discuss expectations, daily responsibilities, and how caregiving duties will be shared. Make sure everyone understands what it means to take on this responsibility. Another thing to think about is space. Does your home have enough room to accommodate an aging parent? Will they have privacy, or will they be sharing space with others? Some families choose to build an in-law suite or convert a basement or garage into a small apartment to give their loved ones independence while keeping them close. These adjustments can make the transition much smoother. Let me tell you about a family I met recently. Sarah, a mother of 3, decided to move her aging father into her home after he had a fall. At first, she was nervous. Would she be able to balance caring for him with her job and her children? Would he feel like a burden? But over time, they found a rhythm. Her father helped with small tasks, like reading bedtime stories to the kids and folding laundry. In return, he felt needed, engaged, and still a part of the family. Sarah told me that despite the challenges, she would not trade this time with her father for anything. But what if you need a break? That is where respite care comes in. Many families who care for aging parents at home take advantage of adult daycare programs or hire part-time caregivers a few times a week to give their parents time to rest and recharge. So, is moving a parent in with family the right choice for you? If you value close family connections and have the space and ability to provide care, this could be an incredible experience. It is a way to give back to the people who raised you, to let them spend their final years surrounded by love and But it is also important to be realistic. Make sure your family is on the same page. Talk about what works best for everyone involved, and do not be afraid to ask for help when needed. Caring for an aging parent at home is not just about providing for their physical needs. It is about making sure they feel wanted, respected, and part of something bigger, family. 4. Let's talk about senior co-housing. Maybe your parents want to stay independent, but they also want the security of being around others. They do not need full-time care, but they do not want to live alone either. That is where co-housing comes in. Now, imagine this. Your parents have their own private living space, an apartment or a small house, but they share a larger community with other seniors. They have access to common areas like a kitchen, a garden, or a recreational space. They live side by side with friends who look out for each other, but they still have their personal space and privacy. One of the biggest benefits of senior co-housing is the sense of community. Loneliness is a huge issue for older adults, especially those who live alone. In a co-housing arrangement, they are surrounded by people their age who understand their experiences and share their interests. This leads to stronger friendships, social activities, and emotional well-being. Think about it. If your parents live alone, who checks on them every day? What happens if they fall or get sick? In a co-housing community, there is always someone nearby who cares. Neighbors naturally watch out for each other, and that kind of support is priceless. Let me tell you about a man named Richard. After his wife passed away, he found himself sitting alone in his house day after day. His children visited when they could, but it was not the same. He missed having people around, missed sharing meals, and missed simple conversation. When he moved into a senior co-housing community, everything changed. He started gardening with his neighbors, playing chess in the afternoons, and even joined a walking group. For the first time in years, he felt truly connected again. Another great thing about co-housing, it is often much more affordable than assisted living or nursing homes because residents share certain expenses like utilities, maintenance, and even occasional caregiver services. Costs are significantly reduced. For many seniors, this means they can maintain a good quality of life without spending their entire savings. But of course, co-housing is not for everyone. Some seniors prefer complete privacy. Others may need more medical care than a co-housing community can provide. And here is an important point. Co-housing only works well when everyone is committed to being part of a shared environment. This means cooperation, communication, and a willingness to contribute to the community. If you are considering co-housing for a loved one, take time to explore different options. There are many models. Some are structured like small villages, while others are more like shared homes with private rooms. Some communities even hire part-time caregivers or nurses to assist residents who need a little extra help. One of the best ways to see if co-housing is a good fit is to visit a community in person. Talk to the residents, observe the activities, and see what kind of social environment they have. Every community is different, and it is important to find one that matches your loved one's personality and lifestyle. So, is senior co-housing the right choice? If your parent values independence but still wants the security of a community, this could be an excellent option. It allows them to live with dignity, stay socially engaged, and share life's moments with others who truly understand them. The key is finding the right fit. Take your time, ask the right questions, and make sure it is a place where your loved one will not just live, but thrive. The 5. Let's talk about adult daycare. If your parents are still living at home but need social interaction and some assistance during the day, this could be a great solution. It is a way for seniors to stay engaged, receive care, and remain independent while giving family caregivers a much-needed break. Now imagine this. Instead of your mom or dad sitting at home alone all day, they spend their time in a lively environment, surrounded by people their age. They take part in activities, enjoy meals together, and even receive light medical care if needed. Then, at the end of the day, they return home, sleep in their bed, and wake up to familiar surroundings. For many families, adult daycare is a lifesaver. It allows seniors to maintain a sense of normalcy while easing the burden on their caregivers. Many adult children want to care for their aging parents but also have jobs, families, and other responsibilities. Adult daycare bridges that gap, providing support during working hours while ensuring seniors remain socially active. The benefits go beyond convenience. Studies show that seniors who participate in structured activities experience improved mental and physical health. They are less likely to suffer from depression, more likely to stay physically active, and generally feel happier. That social engagement, even just a few times a week, makes a huge difference in their overall well-being. I remember a woman named Linda whose mother was showing early signs of dementia. Linda wanted her mom to stay at home, but she was worried about leaving her alone while she worked. She tried hiring a caregiver, but her mother felt isolated and disengaged. Then, she found an adult daycare center nearby. Her mom started going 3 days a week, and it completely changed her mood. She became more talkative, started painting again, and even made a few friends. Linda told me it gave her peace of mind, knowing her mother was safe, happy, and cared for. Now, let's talk about cost. Adult daycare is significantly more affordable than full-time care options. Most centers charge between $100 and $100 per month depending on the services provided. That is a fraction of the cost of a nursing home or assisted living, making it a great financial choice for many families. Most adult daycare centers offer a variety of services, including meals, physical therapy, medication management, and recreational activities. Some even have specialized programs for seniors with dementia or mobility issues. That means families can tailor their care plan based on what their loved one needs. But of course, it is not a perfect solution for everyone. Some seniors may resist the idea at first. They might say, "I do not want to be babysat," or "I am fine at home." That is completely understandable. The key is to introduce the idea positively, focus on the social aspect, the fun activities, and the new friendships they will make. Another challenge is transportation. Not every senior can drive themselves to the center, so families may need to arrange transportation or choose a program that provides pickup and drop-off services. So, is adult daycare the right choice for your family? If your loved one enjoys socializing but needs some supervision or assistance during the day, this could be an ideal solution. It keeps them active, engaged, and well cared for while giving you peace of mind. And because they return home each evening, they still get the comfort of familiar surroundings. Before making a decision, visit a few adult daycare centers. Talk to the staff, observe the activities, and see if it feels like a good fit. If introduced the right way, this could be a wonderful option that benefits both seniors and their families. 6. Let's talk about hospice and palliative care. It is a tough topic, but it is also one of the most important conversations we can have when thinking about elderly care. When a loved one is facing a serious illness or nearing the end of life, the goal shifts from curing to comfort. That is where hospice and palliative care come in. Now, imagine this. Instead of spending their final months in a hospital bed hooked up to machines, your loved one is in a calm, familiar environment. They are surrounded by family, listening to their favorite music and receiving care that prioritizes their comfort and dignity. That is what hospice care is all about, helping people live their final days in peace rather than in pain. Many families delay considering hospice care because they associate it with giving up, but here is the truth. Hospice does not mean giving up. It means choosing quality of life over aggressive treatments that may not improve the situation. It means focusing on what truly matters, being with loved ones, feeling comfortable, and finding peace. One of the biggest advantages of hospice care is the holistic approach. A hospice team typically includes doctors, nurses, social workers, spiritual counselors, and trained volunteers. They do not just focus on medical needs but also provide emotional and spiritual support for both the patient and their family. This level of care helps ease the stress that often comes with serious illness. I remember a man named James whose mother had late-stage cancer. At first, the family kept pushing for treatments, hoping for a miracle. But as the treatments became more painful and her condition worsened, they realized what she really needed was comfort, not more hospital visits. When they transitioned her to hospice care, everything changed. She was able to be at home, surrounded by loved ones and free from unnecessary medical procedures. James told me that during her final days, she was more at peace than she had been in months. Another common misconception about hospice is that it is only for the very last days of life. In reality, hospice care is available for anyone with a terminal illness who is expected to live 6 months or less. The earlier a person starts hospice, the more time they have to benefit from the support it provides. Now, let's talk about palliative care. While hospice is for those near the end of life, palliative care is for anyone with a serious illness, regardless of life expectancy. It can be provided alongside curative treatments and focuses on pain management, reducing stress and improving quality of life. Think of it as an extra layer of support, helping patients navigate the challenges of chronic or life-threatening conditions. One of the best things about both hospice and palliative care? They are often covered by Medicare, Medicaid, and most private insurance plans. That means families do not have to worry about massive medical bills while trying to focus on what truly matters, spending meaningful time with their loved ones. Of course, hospice is not the right choice for every situation. Some families struggle with the emotional weight of making this decision. It is hard to accept that a loved one is reaching the end of life. That is why it is crucial to have these conversations early, before a crisis forces the decision. So, is hospice or palliative care the right choice for your family? If your loved one is facing a serious illness, it may be worth exploring these options. Hospice care can provide a peaceful, compassionate end-of-life experience, while palliative care can improve quality of life even for those who are not at the end stage. These are not just medical choices, they are choices about dignity, comfort, and ensuring that our loved ones are cared for in the best way possible. Before deciding, talk to a hospice or palliative care provider. Ask questions, discuss options, and make sure your family understands what is available. When the time comes, knowing you made the most compassionate choice can bring a deep sense of peace. So now you have 6 different options. The big question is, which one is right for your family? Every situation is unique. Some seniors want to stay in their homes for as long as possible. Others feel isolated and crave a sense of community. Some need daily medical assistance, while others only require a little help with daily tasks. That is why it is so important to take the time to consider what will truly give your loved ones the best quality of life. Think about what matters most to them. Is it independence, companionship, safety, affordability? There is no one-size-fits-all answer, but the good news is that you have choices. If your parent values familiarity and routine, in-home care might be ideal. If they need extra support but still want some independence, assisted living could be a great fit. If family connection is the priority, moving in together may be the right move. For those who want to stay socially active, co-housing or adult daycare could be the perfect balance. And when comfort and dignity matter most, hospice or palliative care ensures they receive the care they deserve. The key is to start the conversation early. Do not wait for a crisis to make a rushed decision. Talk to your loved ones, listen to their concerns, and explore the options together. The goal is not just to find care, it is to create a life where they feel valued, respected, and truly at home. Now that you know your options, the next step is making a decision. But let me ask you this: what truly matters most when it comes to caring for your aging loved one? Is it making sure they have the best medical care, keeping them in a familiar environment, ensuring they feel connected and not isolated? Or is it finding a balance between affordability and quality of life? There is no right or wrong answer, but taking the time to reflect on these questions will help guide you toward the best solution. I have seen families struggle with these decisions not because they did not care, but because they felt overwhelmed. The key is to take it one step at a time. Start with a conversation. Talk to your loved one. Ask what they want. Their input should always come first. Then consider what is realistic for your family. If moving them into your home sounds perfect but would put too much strain on your household, look at in-home care or adult daycare as a middle ground. If they love independence but need extra support, assisted living or co-housing may be the answer. Most importantly, do not wait for a crisis. The best decisions are made with time, patience, and love. Whatever path you choose, make sure it is one that gives your loved one dignity, comfort, and a life they can truly enjoy.